right, hi everybody joining us. We're going to get started pretty soon here. All right, well, I'm going to call this meeting to order, and we are going to do the flag salute. So Eric, would you lead us in the flag salute? Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. So we're still having some technical difficulties with our secretary, Anna Hernandez, trying to get on. And so I'm going to do roll call for us. President Josh Eisenberger here. Past President Chris Colcourt. Yep. We have Mark Kincaid, second VP.
Here.
Louis, third VP.
Here.
Eric, first VP. Oh, I can't hear you, Eric. Hold on, let me unmute you here. Elena, our Chief Communications Officer.
Here.
Okay, I'm here now.
All right, Jamie, our Site Rep Coordinator. All right, that's everybody right now. So we're going to share our screen here. Sorry, I'm still working on this whole digital distance union meeting thing here. And we'll be perfecting it, I'm sure, as we go, although I hope this doesn't last long enough for us to perfect this. We will be having a YouTube channel, and I'll be sending out an email tomorrow so that everyone gets a chance. I know we can only house 100 members in Zoom, and so I want this to be equitable for anybody that wants to be able to attend the meeting. They'll at least be able to see what's going on in our chapter meetings. So we have speaker cards. Kind of like the school board, although we only ended up with one comment, and I will get to that when we come to that section of our agenda. So for new business, old business, none, because it's been crazy with COVID, and I haven't seen you guys in a regular chapter meeting in months and months and months, so I'm kind of glad that we're getting back into the swing of things. We are going to be returning to our third Tuesday of every single month at 5 p.m. So everybody knows that's when we're going to have our chapter meetings. Number one, nominations for Chief Union Steward and for Treasurer. Those we're going to put on hold. Those are open positions. Audie Palmer, everybody, if you see him, congratulate him. He is management now. He's no longer CSEA. And so he's no longer our Chief Union Steward. So that position is open. And our Treasurer was Jane Emmert. And Jane has resigned from the position. And so if you see Jane, say hi, and we miss her a lot. Make sure that you guys know we are not going to be having any nominations this month for our two open positions. Our C&Bs state that we have to give 5 days notice for our nomination from the executive board for those open positions. And so a member was gracious enough to bring that up to us. And so we're going to have nominations for those positions in October and November, as well as the open positions, and we'll vote on all of them in December. Number two, authorizing signatories for Delta Schools Federal Credit Union. When Jane became our treasurer and switched over, we had signed some papers stating who would be the signatory, who's going to sign the checks. And we always have two signatories on every single check to make sure that nobody's doing any funny business with our checks. Well, unfortunately, the credit union, there was some kind of mix-up, and so Eric and I are the only two signatories right now, and it makes it really difficult to get checks, to reimburse, to pay for materials. And so we're going to be authorizing signatures from our whole e-board are going to be authorized signers now. That way we don't have to stress about making sure that we can reimburse, we can get scholarship money out, we can reimburse for school books, for print shop, for any of those things that we may need. Number three, our Chromebook expense. Back before COVID, pre-COVID, we had a meeting and we had authorized the purchase of 2 Chromebooks because they're really cheap. and at the time they were about 150 a piece. Unfortunately, because of, I guess, supply and demand, the cost has gone up. And even looking at all the cheap tablets, cheap laptops, everything we're finding to get something that's going to work for our chief communications officer and for our treasurer, we're looking at about $220 for the cheapest. And so I wanted to bring that to all of our members so that you all are aware that what we want to do is purchase one now at that around between 200 and 250. We'll find what we can that's cheap, and then budget into our annual budget next year to purchase a laptop for our treasurer around the same price. But I will send out an email and we will have a vote. I need to make sure that we vote on it with all of our members. And so you'll get an email from me that will list our email addresses and who to send your votes to and what we're going to be voting on. All right, number 4, school board candidates. I'm going to take this over to Mark Kincaid because he's been fielding all of our emails for us. Thank you, Mark.
Hey, how's it going? Not too many people this time around. Hopefully as things, go along more, we'll get more people using this to vote and everything. So far for Diane Gibson Gray, we have 7 votes total. George Young is at 3, and Clyde Lewis is at 4, and Kenny Turnage is at 5. So those are all the votes as of 5 o'clock this evening.
Okay, and that's when voting closed. So we have CSEA, our Chapter 85. We are going to endorse, and correct me if I'm wrong, Diane Gibson Gray from Area 1. And we're going to be endorsing Kenny Turnage from Area 3.
Yes.
And Gary Hack, for those of you that don't know, he ran unopposed in Area 4. So we will also obviously be endorsing Gary Hack as well. All right, let's see here. So I forgot when I was talking about our postponing our open elections. So I wanted to bring up the positions that we're going to be voting for and nominating in our October meeting and our November meeting. So this is an even year. So this year we will be voting on the offices of First Vice President, Third Vice President, Secretary, Chief Union Steward, and Site Rep Coordinator. And we will also be voting on a year term for Treasurer because it's an open position. All right, and then the other thing that we had was authorizing Zoom expense. Now, the reason that I need to authorize this, it costs $150 for a year subscription for our chapter for Zoom. And I paid for it because we needed to be able to do meetings and everything. But we have to have our membership approval for anything over $100, which is a good thing. And so that will also be sent out in my email and we'll be voting on it. We'll have 10 calendar days to vote yes or no. Please vote yes because I'm out 150, but if you don't, that's okay, I understand. And so that's what authorizing our Zoom expense is about. And the more I'm practicing, the better I'm trying to get with Zoom for you all and for all of us, the easier it's going to be to have our meetings. We'd like to have a meeting at Deer Valley's amphitheater, which is a thought we've been mulling over. I don't know if that's a possibility, but it'd be pretty cool if that was able to happen. Good of the order. So I'd really just like to take some time and thank all of our classified employees. I see you guys at the sites and you're working tirelessly. I mean, it's amazing. Those of us that and those of you that are doing jobs outside of your job description right now, nothing but praise from administration and from the sites and from everybody I'm talking to. I mean, even parents are talking about, wow, there's so much amazing stuff happening right now because, I see all these people out and about and you guys are essential, and showing you're essential is huge right now. And that's amazing to get that response. Keep it up because that's what keeps us going when we don't have students in. And I know it's rough, but if you have questions, concerns, you have an e-board right here. You have me. Email me, text me, email my e-board, text us. We're here. If I can't personally meet with you, we'll make sure somebody can. We're doing our best to make sure that everyone is not overwhelmed with all this craziness that's going on. And the other thing I wanted to talk about a little bit was I wanted to really give my condolences to the many, many members that we've had that have lost parents, that have lost family members, that have lost siblings, that have lost spouses. I can't believe how many cards we've had to send out, and it's really tough, and it's during this tough time. So if you guys have had a loss and you need somebody to talk to, you can reach out to us that way too. And if you know someone that's had a loss, please let one of our eBoard members know so that we can get in contact, at least, let people know we're thinking about them, because we really are. Does anyone else from the eBoard have anything for the good of the order?
Yes. Just so members know, I've been kind of browsing through Amazon, and I can usually, on the Chromebooks, I find one Dell for about $200. The others run about $250 on up, just so, members kind of get an idea.
Okay, awesome. Oh, and I'm sorry. I also forgot to read our comment card. This is on number 5, authorizing Zoom expense. It's from Anonymous. It says, it would be worthwhile to explore a platform other than Zoom for video conferencing. Not only is Zoom limited to 100 participants, but it's prone to security issues. According to Joe Gingler, AUSD's Director of Technology, WebEx is an infinitely better and more secure platform. I think it would be a good idea to look into WebEx for union meetings. Okay, is there anyone else on our eBoard that has anything for the good of the order? All right, well, with that, our first regular chapter meeting, digitally, virtually, is adjourned. Thank you all so much for taking your time, and I will be posting this up on YouTube. So if anybody missed anything, you can watch it again, and I'll send that link out tomorrow as well. Thank you all so much for being here.